on their big people.
Dimitri said they got going with music in the locker room, which I assume they always do, but did you sense any more energy coming out?
Well, way more than the other day. You know, they got somebody the first game, somebody put on one of their little, I don't know, their boom boxes or whatever the heck they have, and I let guys, I let them have freedom as long as I want them excited, I want energy. A couple of them do some little dances and stuff, and you know, it's good. Now concentrate, you know, and then go out there and play with the great energy. So that you know, it's fine. I'm happy when they do that.
With DJ playing as many minutes as he did, how do you think he did overall tonight?
Oh, DJ, you know, 7 for 11, 2 for 4. He's hitting what, almost 60% or something from three. He's, you know, the free throws, I guess, were a little bit. You know, their assistant coaches bugged us and said they should have, or teased us, said they just should have fouled us because they played better defense at the free throw line than they did in the half-court offense or half-court defense. So, you know, DJ was, you know, he's still a little tentative with some ball handling. But he had to guard, you know, a veteran player. He had to guard, you know, Beal. He had to guard Tinsley. You know, and he's, you know, he shot the ball so well, way better than I ever anticipated.
What do you test that to? You say he's worked hard with me. Has he changed his shot so he's more arch?
Is this DJ?
DJ, yes.
Yeah, you know, he's really got great form. He gets that elbow, he locks it in, and it's very consistent, and that's a key to a good shooter, is to, you know, have that consistent release. And right now he's shooting with confidence. You know, Kevin Stallings joked, you know, he said, I know the freshmen drive you nuts, but when the kid's shooting 58, 60% from three, you better shut up a little bit and let him play. So I think that, you know, we'll let it, you know, they're going to have mistakes, and, you know, that's, but as it goes, everybody's got to improve because the competition is going to get better, and other teams are going to improve as the season goes, and they're not going to get you maybe the easy looks.
Has Coach K given you his assessment yet?
No, he was kind of stuck in the middle. You know, it's tough. He did wear black and gold. I don't think he realized it was Vanderbilt. He was just being true to Purdue, and he did. Kevin took him to Augusta, kind of as a nice little present. And so he had his Augusta hat, or Masters hat on in honor of Kevin. But, you know, I'm sure I'll get a call tomorrow and he'll talk about the game.
Do you still consult him about things that are going on with your team?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he watches, and, you know, he's always calling when it's, you know, he called in Vegas and told me not to jump off the top of the Paris. And, you know, he's been through it and knows what it's about. And, you know, you know, now he's kind of, obviously, he wants Purdue to win. That's his school. So many years, the court's named after him. But, you know, he's close to Kevin and to myself. And, you know, some other guys are assistants some places. And, you know, he wants us to do well, and he's always cheering for us. So I think he was all fired up. He had his little mafia group here, and is from West Lafayette, his homeboys. And they were all excited to be here.
You had to be pretty happy with the rebounding.
I thought in the first half we struggled rebounding. That kept them in the game. We should have, you know, had opportunities. They had too many offensive rebounds early. I thought second half we did a little better.
You got some guard help on that.
Yeah, and that's going to be a key early. Those guys did not come to the boards very much. And Dominique got 4, so that was positive.
Is it a concern that you had these 16-point lead at half against Utah, 16-point lead in the second half night, and you kind of let them creep back in? Not finishing fast breaks and opportunities. Yeah, that, you know, I'd say offensive rebounding, dribbling too much second half, and then finishing breaks. We have not. The last game, Boise, we watched them the other day 5-6 times. We're 3-on-1s, 3-on-1.5s, and we don't make the right read, the right play, don't finish, and we had those opportunities again. You know, booted it, kicked it, too many careless turnovers. You know, I told him 25 assists would be a nice number, but, you know, I'm hoping, you know, 8-10 turnovers. And it's some, you know, there's no doubt we get better at it. I think some of that's practice time. And, you know, we were doing a lot of transition stuff. Now you got to cut back so much because you don't have the time to practice. So next week and the week after, hopefully, get a little extra time and do better on some of that.
Apart from the 2 blocks, were you happy with Mike Davis on defense?
No, you know, I thought he did a nice job. You know, he had to come in post trap sometimes in Ogilvie. He had to be in the right position. And he didn't get down. A couple careless possessions when Mike Tisdale at the end of the half, he had to guard Ogilvie and he got a little careless, let him shoot down the lane for a layup, a couple things. But, you know, he's made some maturity, I hope. And now it's got to be consistent. That's, you know, with all three of those guys. Those are our guys. You know, those three guys. Dimitri, Mike Tisdale, Mike Davis. They have to be consistent every day on their effort, their leadership. If that happens, we'll be a pretty good team.
Since Dean and James' senior year, basically this program's MO has been
Defense.
crushing.
Sub on top.
Since that time, since Dean and James were seniors, the program's MO has basically been crushing defense and just enough points to win. Is that changing now?
Well, I hope. I mean, I want to win, and it depends on your talent. If we didn't have guys that could score, you know, like we can't now, we have people who can score. So you still got to guard, though. You know, in 04-05, we were one of the best defensive teams in the country. You just guys didn't know it because we were so good offensively. But if you look at our margin of victory, it was the best in the country. And, you know, so you get more possessions, you're going to give up a few more points. You know, so I want to keep being good offensively. I think the crowd likes it. I mean, I've always wanted to coach that way. But at the same time, I know when we go to Michigan State, we go to Ohio State, you've got to stop people because you're not going to score that easy and free. And so we've got to be solid on defense. That's my next goal, I guess, more than anything.
Coach, is that more of a consistency thing than individual things?
You know, I don't think we have stoppers yet. You know, we don't really have a defensive stopper, even though maybe Tisdale gave us a little bit of that tonight with Ogilvie. I think he was motivated, and we gave good help on him. But we got to be a good team defense and do our habits consistently, be in the right spots, make them make mistakes. They had actually been averaging a whole bunch of turnovers. They were negative assist turnovers in this. So, you know, they took care of it better, and maybe it's because of our defense. But if we're just solid and then we have a lot of offensive weapons, you know, I think we'll be okay.
Still having hedging problems?
A what?
Hedging problems?
Well, we didn't hedge with Ogilvie because we felt we had to give up a jump shot before we gave up the dive to the hoop and then get caught and let him get baskets. So we actually defended differently today. And then we switched 1 through 4 ball screen. So, you know, every game there's a different scheme. And, you know, it just depends what their strengths are. And that's what we did tonight. They hit a couple low pull-ups. You got to give them something. You know, you got to decide, you know, what you're going to give them. And that's what our decision was, to give them the pull-up or make that guy drive to the basket, make a play, and make sure we kept Ogilvie from getting easy baskets.
Any final questions for Coach? All right.
You guys, thank you.